ala agọziri obodo Chukwu Abia bụ obodo ahịa na ọrụ aka steeti mbụ ekele anyị ga-arụsi ọrụ ike ịbụ ndị mbụ Abia ga-adị ugwu ebebere ugobere igwe bụ ike Chukwu gọzie Abia.
From beginning, we decided to identify those things which we can do well. So the Made in Abia paradigm and story is not an entirely new thing. It's something that is dovetailing from our history.
In Abia, we produce a lot of things.
The skills is embedded. The capacity is there. The will is there. The determination, the commitment, the raw talent of the average Abia entrepreneur is there and capable of driving even beyond the experience of China and Japan.
Only human being that Abia cannot produce.
Especially when it concerns leather works, shoes, bags, belts, and all that sort of thing. Then garments. Two things. There are 9 clusters as we speak where these shoes are and leather works and garments are produced.
Now our state governor, PhD Okezie has already put his effort to make sure that he lifts this market or this industry up.
When I call upon my Chineke Abia, gospel state ekele munu mama.
Abia is perhaps the first state with a purpose-built center for ease of doing business. In that center, all you need to do is to walk in with your briefcase, and then we tell you what it takes to begin business in Abia within 30 days, end to end, from land acquisition to the time you place your signboard.
He is giving us support from time to time to bring the investors from outside to make sure that this made in Nigeria or made in Abia move forward.
I used to do meat in large quantity. People are demanding it now, and the product is moving to many countries now.
If you go to Cameroon, you see it. Like Guinea. 4 years ago, someone from Guinea came to my shop here. I walked back to him.
People from Cameroon, Ghana, other countries used to come here, buy in bags. If you come here some Saturdays times, a person can buy 2 or 3, 4 ropes in order to import it to his own country.
That is what we have decided to do, to draw national consciousness. At least 1 million pairs of shoes leave the shores of Abia every week. Hundreds of thousands of boxers are exported into Europe.
The quality we are making in Abia and the quality from outside country, if you see 2 of them, there's no difference. Like this one that I produce, maybe if I stamp it, made in China or made in US, will you know?
The bag here is very, very quality than that of the foreign.
The quality of this bags is very strong.
Abia bag is a very nice quality bag.
I buy goods from area market because it's durable, it's good, it's of good quality, and I want to encourage everyone to also go there and patronize the people there, because those goods, they are valuable, they last longer, they are durable, more than things outside the country, because we should try to encourage our country so that we can build a strong and a lasting economy for the country.
Abia is the best.
The quality of the goods is good enough to make a global statement.
Some people, sometimes, they go outside country, all those things, to import this bag we are doing in Abia.
And people come back, from all parts of Africa, clinging on to their dear products bought in those countries, but unknown to them, those things were shipped out of Nigeria. Therefore, there is nothing wrong in asking and urging Nigerians to patronize Made in Abia.
He has already promised us that he must wear Made in Abia because that's his state.
We are driving them to schools, into primary schools, to begin to wear Made in Abia shoes, sandals, and we are speaking to the youth to wear Made in Abia sandals and Made in Abia shoes also. And we are also making it part of our national attire, that the Made in Abia products, corporate wears, traditional wears, remain in the forefront of national discourse. After all, this is a country of about 170 million people. So if 25 million out of that 170 wear shoes, and an average of 2 pairs of shoes a year, multiply that by 2,000. That will give you the kind of contribution to GDP that the Abia enterprise will contribute to the Nigerian growth. You know, this is the essence and why we are driving the Abia project.
Abia is a city where you have over 80% of the people who live there are entrepreneurs. They're involved in one form of skill area or the other.
When Okezie Ikpeazu administration was sworn in, the first thing we did was to do an analysis of our potentials within the state. So we did a comparative analysis. What is the strength of Abia State? What do we have that we can showcase to potential investors? So that was the first audit.
One of the things, the focal areas we wanted to drive the economy of the state was to get back Abia as the SME capital of the country. We decided to focus on certain sectors.
And I can tell you that clearly, Abia State has two organic sectors, the leather industry and the garment industry. Those are focused areas for us.
Abia people are people with enormous capacity, especially if you are looking for skilled labor in terms of manufacturing goods like leather, bag, shoes and garments.
Now, as a chamber, what we're doing is to promote all that is happening in area market.
If you look at before now, access to area market was an issue because of the road.
The governor is building a quality road. I don't know whether you have been there now. You will see the type of road he's doing, trying to link from Port Harcourt Road, going to Akwa Ibom, coming to Momahia. You will even see the flyover on the express road.
Abia was a major issue during the last elections. So, I have promised them that I was going to mainstream the issue of Abia infrastructure.
Now, for the first time since the creation of Abia State, the government of Okezie Ikpeazu has done massive work.
Immediately you enter Abia, ask anybody about Ukumango. This is Ukumango by area to Fox Road. This place was just a death trap. But now, immediately, Dr. Okezie Ikpeazu entered as the sitting governor of Abia State. This place has a new leaf. By a new leaf, a new life came into this place.
Our history and records show that Ukumango and Fobra are all within the basin where we call the lowest point in Abia. So stormwater finds its way to this area naturally. And for over 16 years, it's been a major problem going beyond that point any year. But this year, we had to do a drainage and this has worked like magic.
Today we have a 6-kilometer underground drainage that is pumping water straight from Ifobra basin to waterside.
About the drainage system, this one is superb. Because all this while, those power governments, there have been nothing, but Okezie have put in the best. The best. See the drainage, see the roads, everywhere, go around from High School to this place, you will know that he has something good for Abia State and Abia and his environs.
Not just to reclaim Fox Road, which is area road, but also to solve the perennial flooding problem along that road.
Our infrastructure stock in Abia was dwindling, so we needed to tackle it. All the roads that you have mentioned so far have one thing in common, and that thing they have in common is that they lead to major economic nerve or hub of Abia. The Ocean Exchange, for instance, is there because there's usually this traffic jam at that location. So the only solution to it would be to fly over those that are going and allow those who are coming into area to do one business or the other to have access to the city center.
As we came on board, we engaged with those who are operating in this sector, and we identified certain gaps, one of which was the branding gap, And the governor took that headlong and became the major brand ambassador for Made in Abia.
The problem of small-scale manufacturing in Nigeria include 4 issues. The first issue is challenge of market space, market share, challenge of automation, challenge of money and funding, and then finally challenge of power. Strategically, we decided to deal with marketing.
The governor, my boss, is a man that leads by example. He leads Abians by showing that he is doing what is asking them to do. The governor practices what he preaches. The governor wears Made in Abia. He has been wearing Made in Abia. As you can see, we all took a cue and started wearing Made in Abia.
To project it to the global community so that area market will have a global view.
In the last 2 years, the governor, myself, and a couple of other dignitaries have gone around the world, including other states, to meet potential investors. We've been to Abuja, we've been to Lagos, we've been to the US, we've been to Brazil, we've been to China, we've been to Turkey, we've been to London, telling the investment story and trying to woo investors down to Abia State.
And it's not just because we advertise. I'm saying, come here and see for yourself. Have you not been to Mali market? The market in Mali, every product you see in the market in Mali is made in Abia. Or go to Togo, all the products you see, the shoes, the bags, suitcases, go there and see. They are all made in Abia. I encourage investors. See, everything you need is here. So I'm asking people, investors, to please come. You have a conducive environment, you have the security, you have everything. The cheap labor is here. So that's all I will tell our people to come and see for themselves.
Patronizing our homemade goods is a way of boosting our economy. So imagine people buying shoes from Gucci above, from 100,000 above, 80,000. I mean, if you spend that money at home, you are helping your people. You are helping their businesses grow. You are helping them train their children. The governor saw this and he started practicing it.
For my governor, Dr. Okezie Ikpeazu, will be the chief brand ambassador of Made in Abia. He's already there because everything he puts on his body is purely made in Abia. So he's representing what he's saying. So he's really going to make other persons, both national and international, to patronize Made in Abia products.
Our governor is too much. I'm not saying a governor like that. Him being a brand ambassador, let me just go to my native language, Ngwa. I'm from Ngwa. All the abombo for them, they can board about way the agarawaga go to way in the corridor tifo lambando the waterani. And the pokereka gulatarani. But the governor can never chose to bring in our FND tifo. Rather, he started with our own Ifa Tiriada Agahi. That one alone made me clap for him. And even shoes he puts on, he comes into our local market, buy the sandals, and you see him putting it on. And that is not bringing in used shoes. Like we need to see from past administrations, they will tell us that they are bringing in used clothes and used shoes. A good leader will start from home. And he who tests his food is a good cook. Thank you, Governor Okezie, but at least for patronizing us. It is not. I've not seen any governor wearing Made in Nigeria. I've not seen them. But on his own, he will create his own. Right, Waba. Right, Okezie Ikpeazu. Here, just look at him. Anytime you see him, the brand logo is always here.
So, and we receive so many customers from Exwear because as he introduced Made in Abia shoe and the Made in Abia clothes, Made in Abia everything. So people normally buy those things because the number one citizen of Abia State normally we are Made in Abia. So all of people that maybe in Nigeria continue wearing Made in Abia.
Well, I'm at Arara Market here today to purchase some shoes and clothes which I do sell over there in Enugu State.
It's a place where you come and you get durable and quality products. And their products are so cheap. You enjoy using them.
Well, I know that in a rare market, you see goods of great quality as produced by people of Abia. It's not like imported ones. So we need to patronize it to promote our country, to bring it to the level where other countries are. But the only issue we have is that we don't really appreciate what we have. Because people always see it as locally manufactured goods are inferior, but that's not the truth. Like the clothes I'm wearing now, I picked them up from there, and I think they are good on me. They're just of good quality.
We are telling people that Made in Abia is very, very effective now.
Marketing did two things quickly. One, to clean up the inferiority complex among the shoemakers. And they say, hey, if our governor can wear Made in Abia and be proud to take it to former presidents like Olusegun Obasanjo, take it to senior president, take it to everybody proudly and say, my boys produced this and I'm proud, please sir, can you wear or help us market it? If our governor can see something good in what we are producing, oh yes, why don't we now put our identity and say yes, proudly made in Abia? So that changed the psyche of the shoemaker. That changed the psyche of the garment maker. And then taking it a little bit further, the federal government, because of the aggressive marketing we come up with, now officially recognize Abia as the SME capital of Nigeria. So with that status now, we were ready to embrace Bank of Industry, whose duty it is, as it were, to provide funding for small-scale manufacturing. Even beyond that, the federal government also now introduced us to the Rural Agency for Provision of Power, who now has come to commission the pilot scheme for the provision of power in our area. So you will notice that just by marketing, we have elevated the status of the shoemaker and the garment maker. We have restored confidence of the shoemaker or the garment maker. We have also gotten the attention of the federal government through Executive Order number 3. And finally, we have also gone into automation, because having built capacity for automation and handling of machines amongst 30 people, the next thing is for us to bring the equipment into Nigeria in the next 2-3 months. And then that will be the birth of the first automated shoe manufacturing factory in Abia State.
Right from my inception of office as the director of the chamber, I've witnessed a lot of people from area market participate in what we call the Chinese Canton Fair. We try to include them as a chamber to travel to China and participate in the China Canton Fair.
We first of all try to look at which technology will fit our purpose best. We tried Italian shoemaking equipment and also tried the Chinese shoemaking equipment. And we found out that there seems to be some similarity but a discrepancy in price. The Chinese machines were cheaper. So what we did was to reach a memorandum of understanding with the vendors of those machines in China once we made up our mind, and then got them to sign off to training 100 youths in shoemaking. And then the first batch of 30 students just returned from China, where they have learned and mastered to use machines to do shoe manufacturing.
It was a very wonderful experience for those who were there.
We went to China at Zaproma Shoe Company in Chengdu, China.
When we got to China, we had a lot of experiences. In particular, I was able to learn how to use the automated machines to produce shoes, starting from the cutting section to the sewing section, using the skiving machines and the blasting machines, both front and the back, and the nailing machines and other machines. It was a wonderful experience because it's not seen here in Abia State and in Nigeria. So what we saw there was a great experience, and it's a great achievement.
We had a whole lot of experiences there, to be frank. Initially, the way we did our shoes there, if I were to be called upon any day to say this is another sphere of how shoes are being produced, I wouldn't have believed it. But I went there and I saw everything for myself. That's from the first stage of shoe production, that is cutting, to the final stage packaging. This company can produce more than 3,500 pairs, at least the speed. If there's nothing again I could copy, I copied the speed. And the machinery itself, the automation is so wide that what we believed was the automation type they were to like show us wasn't really what we saw. We saw more than what we expected.
My trip to China is actually a dream come true. God used the governor to bring this dream to a reality for me. When I got to China, I saw these industrial machines that did a whole lot of jobs. They can produce up to 10,000 in a day. I was able to see this big factory that I've never seen in my life before. I was able to explore Jinhua shoe material market. The only thing sold in the market is just anything that needs to be used to make shoes. I was able to purchase some unique materials. You know, right here in Nigeria, where I do make my shoes, I'm actually known for using fabrics to make things, using our cultural fabrics to design things. And for me to use fabrics to design shoes, I have to apply gum on it, then put it on a leather. But there in China, I noticed that the fabric is already attached to a leather-like material, so I don't need to start applying gum. So I was able to purchase some of this material, and I was given the opportunity to learn about designing shoes. I learned how to sketch, I learned how to cut, I learned how to make use of these machines, I learned how to use the lasting machine. I learned a whole lot of things. I was able to interact with these shoe designers. Wow, I don't know what else to say, just that it was awesome. It was worth it.
My experience in Chengdu, China was so wonderful. When I got to Chengdu, China, I saw the machines. I was like, wow. It was so amazing that I have never seen such machines in my life. And I was able to go through all the machines, from the cutting machine down to the polishing machine, which is the last machine you can find in a shoe factory. So my experience was so lovely.
For many of them, it was a dream come true. These are young people, gifted, ingenious young people who were just, doing their thing manually. They had no proper automated training. They had no, their skills weren't brushed, as it were, and they had opportunity to work side by side with Chinese who've worked on these machines for many years. It was a moral booster for them.
Initially, we were doing it, we thought shoe production was a single man, a sole business, where you start from the cutting to the final stage of shoe production. But now, the experiences, if I start implementing them here, I can compete with Gucci. If not for the fact that the number of productions might differ, but from what I learned, I will compete with Gucci.
The training in China has really enhanced my own skills, my own producing shoes, because before now I don't have enough idea of producing shoes, but now I can sketch and I can guide people that are producing shoes, and I can tell them to look at the faults. I can detect the fault from on a ready-made shoe. Then I can tell them look at how to go about it, and it's really helping me. So I'm using it too. I'm going to use that to eat, and I'm going to empower others.
Wow, it has really done a lot. Before, I usually use some letters inside, some landings inside when I want to make shoes. And when I got there, I saw these materials they use to landing the material, to landing the shoes. And when I came down to Nigeria here, I was able to purchase some of those materials. Presently, I am handling a project on making children's footwears. So I use those materials to apply on my footwear. So it really gave me a lot of knowledge.
Wow, I've been able to do a whole lot. First of all, I went to the market, I got those materials, I got the type of lace they use there. I was able to purchase some of the materials like the laxing hammer. I was able to purchase the scribing hammer too. So I've been able to use it to make some shoes, to try out what I learned, if I actually learned right. So the shoes that I designed so far, I can boast of it that it can compete internationally wherever I go. I actually learned, and I'm glad that I didn't just go for sightseeing. I'm glad that I've been able to put it to use.
A few weeks ago, our history was that we were using our hands manually to even cut leather and then assemble our shoes. But today, we have built capacity. We have people who are capable of handling these machines.
The difference in making shoes in Abia and China is that here in Abia, we use our hands called manual production. We use our hands to lace, and all that. We use our hands to apply the gum. But why in Chengdu, China? We have the cutting machine, We have the front and back lasting machine. We have the sealing machine. We have the nailing machine. We have the machine that is responsible for applying gums. And we have machines that is responsible for mixing the chemicals that we use here. So it's a lot different. It's a lot different.
Having built capacity for automation and handling of machines amongst 30 people, the next thing is for us to bring the equipment into Nigeria in the next 2-3 months. And then that will be the birth of the first automated shoe manufacturing factory in Abia State.
I'll be so glad that it's going to be created because it's going to give a name, another great name to the Abians, to Aba to be precise. And it's going to help a lot of people. So the government is going to benefit from that, and a lot of people will benefit from that too. Me, I'm a beneficiary already, so I want everybody others to benefit from that.
It's going to be a dream come true, seriously. And I'm very sure that he's already in the process. I am very sure that these factories will come alive.
I feel great seeing a shoe that will be branded made in Aba and seeing the factory being in Aba. And if that dream is actualized, it will create thousands of employment because one production line now employs more than 150. One line, one section, cutting 150. So at least if there is a 2-line production as the governor has promised and he is doing and we've seen and we saw, it will employ more than 1,000 youths. It will give Aba a facelift. We'll see that white men will be proud to be made in Aba.
One of the vision of the governor is to retool the young people in the states because, of course, his own youth development program is hinged on skill acquisition because we believe that once young people have skills, they can be able to fend for themselves, they become self-reliant and they can, find their path in life.
The governor of Abia State, Dr. Okezie Victor Ikpeazu, is a visionary leader. Setting a factory in Abia State is a kind of revolutionizing economic growth in Abia State.
It's as successful as anything and will boost up the GDP of Abia State. Concretely, I believe that. Even within me, I believe that.
We have actually ordered for the machines so that those people who are returning from China will be the first fruits of those who will train other people on how to manipulate those machines.
Our governor empowered us, so we are back. We want to empower others. So it was a wonderful experience and we can't wait to start empowering others.
I've always written and regarded that idea as the best ever among everything the governor has done. The governor has ventured into so many things, roads, agriculture, education, but this is number one.
In addition, Okezie Ikpeazu, Doctor, PhD, has a good initiative for Aba people, Abia State, and Nigeria in general. Now we know that Okezie Ikpeazu is God sent and God endorsed for 2019 election to carry us to 2022. Nobody will endorse him. God has already endorsed him to finish up with his good works in Aba and the Abia State.
Maybe if there's anything beyond 2023, I want him to be there. Even I want him to be the governor for life because I can see the way he does his thing. He is too much.
He can go to infinity because he's God sent. And no, I don't talk with sentiments. I'm not a politician. I don't talk anyhow. I'm a teacher. I'm not a politician. I'm a civil servant. So what I'm talking is what I see with my eyes.